Hello, Hoosier fans, Hoosier haters, and everyone in between. This is the Crimson Coliseum podcast. And on today's episode, well, another teaser has hit the internet from the IU athletic department. And this one is a lot more of a Bigfoot style. And they're kind of keeping with the same theme of like that horror creature, but they're definitely viewing it as like a Bigfoot, which I like. I like doing it there. But instead of the setting being at Bart Kaufman, I think it was Bart. I believe it's Bart Kaufman, under Bart Kaufman. It's roaming around Dunn Meadow. Actually, they probably did the video at they probably did the video at Lake Monroe, but Sydney Parrish, just graduated from the IU women's basketball team, took the video at Dunn Meadow. So that's what we're calling it at Dunn Meadow. And I like it. I I think it's cool that they're doing this, doing different teams. I think I've got a prediction for what next episode is their next tr teaser is gonna be about. But um, I really like the idea of getting different players out there that isn't just the big names. I mean, yeah, Sidney Parrish is a big name, but like not just men's basketball. That's what I mean by not just men's basketball and football. And she goes over to the IUPD, which I think is cool that they're getting other people outside the athletic department into these teasers. I hope they do more of that. I think they did in the first episode too, with a couple of, I think it was engineers and field technicians. Hoosier Commission. I think I saw a tweet that he knows them, so he knows it better than I do. Um, and they discover a footprint. They to get a tape measure to the footprint. It looks like the footprint's between 20 and 21 inches. I don't know the average length of a mascot footprint, but I know that's bigger than a freaking bison footprint. And then Jeremy Gray, which I think he's just going to be the constant. He's just going to be the constant guy, which I love. If this was around during when Crab was the PA guy, I think he was supposed to done this too. He comes in as a zoologist, Dr. Yeagley Montgomery McCracken. And Yeagley, if you did know, Yeagley, just a reference to the Yeagley dynasty of IU men's soccer that have just been coaching and playing at IU men's soccer for forever. Montgomery, reference to the middle name of Bob Knight, and McCracken is reference to Branch McCracken of IU men's basketball as well, which is which is the name of the court Assembly Hall. And looking at the video Sidney Parrish took, they definitely are referencing Bigfoot because of the way it's walking. The best screenshot I could get of it, I don't know. It's not great, but it looks like it's gonna be shorts and a jersey is what it's gonna wear. Um, and it's probably because it's facing toward the face is like more angled towards the camera. I can't really get a good look at it, but it looks like the head is proportional to the body, which doesn't make sense for a mascot, if you get what I mean. It feels like it's a little too small. Granted, it could be a lot bigger, normal mascot proportions eventually, but and maybe it is, and I just am blind. And like the way the arms are moving makes it look bigger than I think it is. Probably that's the case. But it looks like it has a small tail, and it looks like it has like a different fur pattern. Like not like you can see like a lip if you get a good screenshot of it. You can see like a lip where the thigh is, kind of showing where uh like the that could be a lip or that could be the fingers. It's very grainy because it's like you had to do like multiple screenshots and like very zooming in. But it looks like there's like a definite spot where the legs are supposed to show and where the legs aren't supposed to show. Um, but I think it was a great teaser. There's nothing much to really overanalyze because it was out in the middle of the day, out by Dunn Meadow in the IU biology. school, so like there's not much to really brighten, not much to really like over analyze. Um, but my prediction for the third teaser, I think it's going to be related to soccer. I think they're going to do one, maybe two more before the football, before they eventually get to football, because that's what it's like gonna. I think football is the final teaser. They're gonna have what I don't know. I don't think Signetti would do it, but like probably a freshman on the football team, or have it be Mendoza or one of the captains on the defense, like Aiden Fisher, stumble upon it. But I think the soccer team's going to be having the Bison's clothes. That's my prediction in a Terminator 2 style. Well, not Terminator 1. Terminator 1 style. Give me your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle, type of thing. You know. And then the last teaser is going to be the mascot with everything and ready to go there. Hopefully the 100 gets to be a part of it. I've been saying that. Dr. Gales, if you're watching, please, I'm begging you, get the 100. If I know school's out and they won't be back till August, so it's going to be hard to do. But anyways, and Dr. Yiggly Montgomery McCracken did call it a bovine. And looking at the screenshot, yeah, it's a bison. And I think it's like the worst kept secret. It's a bison. So I did some digging. So I was looking at the Mascot Hall of Fame to see what other bison are there, so I can look to see what it could resemble. And there are only 13 mascots that are considered that I would probably consider bisons in the Mascot Hall of Fame. Four of them were actually under the bison name, while the other nine were listed under bovine, which has like 31 other mascots, and a lot of them are cows and bulls and cattle, one from Scotland. But the four that were listed under bison, one was a member of the Toros Cuatro from Toros de Tijuana, which is a minor league baseball team in the Mexican League. And it was like an animal thing group, kid friendly stuff. Definitely not what it's gonna be, because it was very like it's like tomato red. Tomato red with large horns. I don't think it's gonna look like that. The only other one that like the one only other minor league group that has a bison mascot is Buster T. Bison of the Buffalo Bisons in the minor league baseball AAA International League. And I don't think it's gonna look like that. Very, it's very no thoughts head empty. Definitely no thoughts head empty. But like just looking at all this, if the obvious happens and it is a bison, this will be the first bison to be a part of a um Power Five conference. So going with the colleges, there's the Point Park Bison, mascot of Point Park University. They're an NAIA school in the River States Conference. And it's very plain and very basic. I don't think we're gonna do that. I think it's gonna be a little bit more detailed. One that I think it could look like possibly is Brooks the Bison from Utah Tech. Um, very there's a little bit more detail in this one, and definitely more built like it's a Division One mascot. That's what I think could happen. And now under bovine, because there's a lot more under bovine that I had to like figure out. And there's some weird names, but weird names that like I don't know, but I had to go into the actual um university and figure it out from there. So the first one is Bolt the Savage Storm. And well, he's called like Bolt, but like under the school, it was like the Savage Storm mascot. But Bolt is the mascot for Southeastern Oklahoma State University of the Great American Conference. You're going to hear the Great American Conference a couple more times here because there are three Bison mascots in the Great American Conference. And it's definitely not going to look like Bolt because Bolt has a freaking lightning bolt in his Harry Potter bolt in his forehead. No offense, but yeah, it's not going to look like Bolt. Uh, Next is Brooks well, no, I already said Brooks. Buff the Bison, mascot of Harding University, also of the Great American Conference. And I think head shape wise, it's the most similar to the screenshot. It's like very much more like a triangle, which is what I could see in the like it kind of looks like a triangle. Like it looks like a pizza, you know? Round like a long rounded head and more angles going down towards the chin. It looks like a pizza, a slice of pizza. And it could have a goatee. Just looking at it now, it could have a goatee. That'd be weird if it did. And granted, that just could be the pixels on the screenshot. Look, and it's a neck, but it could. I don't know. But Buff is also a part of the Great American Conference. The last of the Great American Conference schools is Shaz from Oklahoma Baptist University, and I don't think it's going to be Shaz. Like, and just based on the picture I got from like that I can see from the Mascot Hall of Fame, Shaz is very woolly. Like the head is like there's like a lot of fur around the head. I don't think it's I would not be shocked, but I don't think so. Going out of Division 2 and into Division 1, Thunder or Thundar because it's with an A because they're different is the mascot for North Dakota State University. And North Dakota State is called the Bisons. That's why I had it on here. And I could see it being similar to Thundar too, possibly. Because it has that hair underneath the chin. It kind of has the angles. So I could see it. Next is Bucky the Bison, mascot for Bucknell University. And definitely like very of the mascots that are like in Division 1, definitely the most like I would probably say the most kid friendly of the mascots. Not much like crazy fur, if that makes sense. Like there's not like crazy hair everywhere. It's just like it's a shape. It's a felted shape of the Division 1 mascots. I don't think it's gonna look like Bucky. Then there's Lou the Bison, mascot of Lipscomb University in the ASUN conference. Bucky was a part of the Patriot League, and Thundar is a part of, I believe, the Summit League. And then I think Missouri Valley Conference whenever it's FBS. But Lou's a part of the ASUN conference with Lipscomb, and kind of looks similar to Bucky in a way, but like less like the hair on the head isn't as big. It looks like, but it's also not a great picture. Um, then we got the Howard Bison, in which there is a male and a female bison with Howard, but Howard is in the Mid Eastern Athletic Conference, and they're unique because like they're the only ones that I've seen that has a specific like different mascots in the bison category for male and female events, female sports, where the male bison has a much anglier chin and a just bigger head, and the female bison has lips and a hat. So yeah. Um, and then that's all of the bison in college. There's a couple in the professionals. There is Marco the Bison, and is the mascot of the Colorado Rapids of Major League Soccer. And just looking at Marco, I don't think it's gonna look like Marco. I don't even think that looks like a bison. Well, it's Marco Van Bison. Sorry, not Marco the Bison. Marco Van Bison. And I don't know. Legitimately, I don't know if that is even a bison. That could be what Colorado considers a bison. I don't know. And then the last one is Rumble the Bison, uh, from from the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA. And it's a lot of hair on that bison. I don't think it's going to look like that because it looks like our bison is much more of a black fur than brown fur. But if I had to take a guess on what it could look like, I'm thinking possibly Thunder as like a frame of reference with like the face kind of like buff or not buff. Yeah, buff. I think it was buff. Yeah, buff the bison with like that face. But it's all fun and games, honestly, because mascot. I don't know when they're going to release the next one. They could be releasing it today. Who knows? With how quick that was, it was like 3 days, 4 days in between releases, which was surprising to me. I was expecting the next one to be in a couple weeks, so I don't know when they're releasing it. It could be that they release the full mascot in the summer, which I don't know, or they could do it during. Um, they could like soft release it during the freaking freshman event. Maybe they could do that. But I feel like this has got to be a first football game thing, not a homecoming game thing, because October is too long of a wait when you've got a body shown. There is a body, it's not dead. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I will do a full episode on IU baseball and softball once IU baseball season's over. I know that IU softball season is done. Once baseball is finished, I will go over both seasons and how they did throughout the season and go from there. Once and go and with men's and women's basketball, once I understand what's happening with Luke Goody and Anthony Leal and the rest of IU women's basketball, I will do a video on both. That is the plan with those videos. I do need like some soft video ideas, maybe some what ifs that I'll probably look into. But because there have been some injury riddled seasons that I could probably look into. But that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, share on all platforms. I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about this second trailer?